What kind of traveler are you? Are you the kind of person who wants to go to all the hot travel spots and see all the major attractions the world has to offer and go where every tourist has walked before? Or are you the kind of person who wants to find small, tucked away secret places that seem like they should only exist in a fairy tale? Well, if you're part of the latter group, then you are going to love this list. Hello again, Most Amazing Top 10 family. I'm your host, Jay Dorena, and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. Today we are going to uncover some of the weirder corners of the world with our list of top 10 secret colonies that you never knew existed. As always, I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell, and stick around for the whole list because I'm going to be doing some more pet shoutouts, which you guys love so much. And without taking any longer, let's get into this list. Coming in at number 10, we have the Sentineles. It's crazy to think that there are still uncontacted people living out in the world. Running into them would be like falling through a wormhole that would take you back to a time before the written language existed. The Sentineles live on North Sentinel Island off the coast of India, and there is a good reason that they have not been contacted. They have no desire to be contacted, and the Indian government protects their rights to stay secluded. In fact, the military constantly patrols the borders of the island to make sure that nobody sneaks on there for whatever reason. Because the Sentinelese people are left in isolation, there is very little known about their language or culture, but it's thought that their population is somewhere around 500 people, and it would seem that they are quite short. Without any exposure to a large array of nutrients, similar to the diet that most of us would have, it has caused the average person to be somewhere between 5'1" and 5'3". In terms of diet, it would seem that they mostly forage for seafood off the coast of the island and occasionally hunt within the grounds of the island. It's speculated that they have found out how to use fire, but that has not been confirmed. Someone should give them a lighter and blow their mind. Coming in at number 9 with the CHIMBU skeleton tribe. Everyone has a way to get an edge on their enemy. If you're playing video games, you might watch hours upon hours of tutorials so you can find out how to get better at the game. If you're hunting, you might use camouflage to make sure your prey can't see you. And if you're part of the CHIMBU skeleton tribe, you'll make yourself look like the dead so your enemies feel a shot of terror go right through their heart. The CHIMBU skeleton tribe is from Papua New Guinea, and they have one trait that sets them apart from all the other tribes in the area. They will paint their bodies to make them look like living skeletons. This tribe has been around for centuries, and it just goes to show you that zombies have always been freaky and aren't a new concept at all. Coming in at number 8, we have SEALAND, England, an old World War II fort that is out in the middle of the ocean. It was built by the English so they could keep an eye on any incoming troops that were coming in to take them out. After the war was won, the world kind of forgot about this little man-built island, and it just stood out in the middle of the ocean for a really long time doing nothing. It got a second shot at life when a pirate radio crew came in and took over the whole place so they could use it as their base of operation for their little project. And this crew of bandit DJs attracted Paddy Roy Bates. He went out to get the pirates out, and once he was successful in his mission, he thought the best course of action to make sure that no one did the same thing again would be to start a small town on the fort. So that's what he did. It now stands on its own with a small community of people. They have even come up with their own national anthem. All supplies are either flown in or shipped in. I don't think this would be my ideal way to live, but it would be very calming being that far out in the ocean. But if you were to cross anyone, then you would basically have to swim back to the mainland. Coming in at number 7, we have San Marino. Now let's take a trip to one of the smallest countries in the world. San Marino has managed to keep itself standing as its own country, even though it has Italy swooping all around it. What makes this place so interesting is that it looks as if it's been lost in time. It's called the oldest republic in the world, and a lot of the original architecture still stands. If you want to go check out some castles, then this is a must-travel place for you. There are 3 ancient fortresses that still stand in the country, and they have all been preserved extremely well. And if you're someone who's into the supernatural, then you'll be happy to learn that all of these castles have a fair share of ghost stories attached to them. I mean, can you really call yourself a castle if you don't have some lady in white who's walking the halls at night crying about her lost love? You need ghosts to be a castle. Coming at number 6, we have Dominica. I know when I say that, everyone is going to think that I'm talking about the Dominican Republic, but that is not the case with this tucked away gem. This is a beautiful island in the Caribbean that is considered a wildlife sanctuary and protected by local governments. There are several different ecosystems that collide here, whether it be the tropical marine life or the vast rainforests that stretch over a large percentage of the island, or even the last members of the known Kalingo tribe. There's also a volcano nestled close to the island for some added flair. Coming at number 5, we have the CHUKCHI tribe. There are several reasons you should know about this colony. They might be some of the toughest people who have ever lived. They live in some of the northern parts of Russia and have to face insanely tough conditions constantly. The weather alone would be enough to break any city dweller in a matter of hours. On top of that, they are one of the few people to go toe-to-toe with Russia and never come out the loser. Russia has tried to conquer these people for hundreds of years, and the CHUKCHI people have stood strong and pushed back every time. This is how they've been able to keep their culture and way of life alive. Coming in at number 4, we have the Korowai tribe. We are going to head back over to Papua New Guinea for this colony. The Korowai tribe are considered extremely dangerous. I know I started this video by saying these would be places you could travel, but please don't seek these people out. The Korowai tribe have a firm belief that outsiders, especially white people, are possessed by demons, and they will sometimes kill people on sight. If you approach their tribe, you can expect to get an arrow in the face, and they are not easy to get to. They have a system of tree houses that they use to house all their people. This protects them from getting attacked from anyone on the ground and any land-based animals. There are rumors that this tribe also practiced cannibalism in the past and could still practice it to this day. It's believed that they would eat the flesh of a fellow tribesman who was thought to be possessed by a demon. This practice is supposed to protect them from the dark energy that is released from the body when the possessed individual dies. Coming in at number 3, we have the Mursi tribe. It's strange when you see a traditional culture clash with newer instruments. The Mursi are a warrior people. From birth, everything they do with their culture centers around combat. If you want to eat, you either need to go out and hunt or fight another tribe to steal their food. If you want to die and go to heaven, you better die in combat. If you want to become a man and respected in your tribe, then you better get fighting with the other young boys and master some of the traditional combat styles. If you even want to get married and have children, you have to be able to beat off anyone who would challenge you for that woman's hand in marriage. Now here's where things get interesting. The Mursi tribe have been exposed to ways of combat of the New World. They have been known to trade goods for machine guns and other ballistic weapons. Now the world of high caliber rounds has entered into their culture. Coming in number 2, we have Socotra Island in Yemen. There aren't any places on the planet like Socotra Island. This place is literally pulled out of time and has an ecosystem like none other on the planet. It is closely protected for good reason. There are some flora and fauna on the island that are nearly 20 million years old. To have that sort of preservation on our planet is completely unheard of. One of the rarest of these vegetative species is the dragon blood trees, which are famous around the world for their red sap. Some people believe that the sap has the ability to cure a wide variety of illnesses, while other people claim that the sap is cursed. And if rare trees that seem like they're from another planet aren't enough for you, what about 800 unique species walking around on the island? This is a place that is better seen from afar because we don't want people going there and destroying it. And coming into the number 1 spot, we have the TOROMONA. Deep in the jungles of Bolivia, this tribe is hidden away and protected by the Bolivian government. They were never conquered because the Spanish that came into the area to slaughter and take over the land found it too hard to navigate the rainforest-covered area in which the Toromona live, and it seems that mastery of the terrain allowed them to still be active until this day. They've been able to stay protected and find a perfectly safe way living within the rainforest. It's said that they can be a violent tribe and have no qualms about killing invaders. This could also be part of why they've been able to stay around for so long. You're good with a knife and you also know how to work the land, that's a good recipe for survival. It's thought that ancient members of this tribe were in contact with the Incas and might have known where the secret city of Paititi was, a place that is said to hold the greatest and largest Incan treasure of all time. Alright everyone, that has been our list, and as promised, I'm going to be doing some more pet shoutouts. Remember, if you want me to shout out your pet, you can hit me up on Instagram. I pick new pets each day, so if you don't get picked one day, you can message back another day. I usually pick who's messaged most recently, and if it takes me a little while to get back to you, I am very sorry. And without taking any longer, let's get into this list. First up, we have Louie, who is such a cute little scruff boy. Look at that dog, he's so cute. Then we have Bubba and Winston, who might be the cutest combo of all time. Then we have Rusty, who has some amazing curls. I think he has even better curls than me. After that, we have Millie and Pepper, who already want to go on an adventure. And to close it out, we have Roddy, who has a chair all to himself. Alright everyone, that has been our list. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Until next time, I've been your host, Jade Arena, and keep traveling. Bye. It now stands as its own... It now stands... It now stands on its own. The weather alone would be enough to break any swilly. The weather alone would be enough to. The weather alone would be enough to break any. The weather alone would be enough to break any city dweller. City dweller. City dweller.